It's me. Hey, it's me.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird. Another one. We're talking to you guys about DDG and his behavior with Halle Bailey. And I wanted to just talk about this real issue. I mean, because I think this is a really good topic to talk about when I talk about protecting your relationship and protecting your partner. DDG has exposed Halle Bailey in an incredible way through his immaturity and his lack of ability to understand that there's a time and season for everything. I'm not just talking about the cheating, I'm talking about the public conversations, I'm talking about the back and forth of your ex, I'm talking about the stupid message that you sent your ex whilst you knew you were still with Haley. I'm talking about all that nonsense that you be doing, okay? All right. And I'm disappointed in DDG and his behavior that's been happening. I have to be honest and be real. I think this is going to open up a real conversation around how do we protect our partners, right? We're talking about men, and they should be they should protect, provide, and be a priest over their home. And I think one of the killer things here is this: protection doesn't just mean financially. It also means, how do I protect you emotionally? How do I protect you mentally? How do I protect you in your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas, and etc. as well? Feelings, thoughts. How do I protect you in that particular instance? So I started just watching the DDG and the Ruby Rose situation, and I think what was interesting about the Ruby Rose situation is the fact that your ex has been allowed to speak on your actual current partner, and it's because you've left the gap open. In fact, you've created a storm that's now blowing away your particular current partner, Halle Bailey. I'm going to be very honest with you. If this if this behavior continues, Halle Bailey needs to leave this relationship, and I'll tell you why I believe that. I know a lot of men might not agree, and they might say, yeah. But let me tell you something. This is only going to lead to further disrespect in the future on the relationship. If this was a man, I would say the same thing. He should leave. And so I just want you to hear what I got to say on this particular subject. If you're available and you're not watching the Super Bowl, then I appreciate you guys jumping in. I've got 41 of you guys who are not watching the Super Bowl but watching this. Listen, fantastic. Let's get the rest of you on as well. If you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor. You're going to like this video. Like it right now. Like it. Let's get the likes up. You're going to share and you're going to subscribe to this channel because you're going to love this great content I've got to bring. And for those of you who don't, who already are returning, sorry, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. Okay, let's talk obviously about DDG and Halle Bailey, because I think what's happening here is a really good lesson for anybody in a relationship, right? The very first thing I want to point out, first and foremost, where this all began was a few days ago, where DDG had put up a post about how all girls are the same, right? They put up a post saying all girls are the same. And, at the time, people also noticed that DDG and Haley were not following each other on Instagram. And in this modern day and age, when people are not following each other on Instagram, when they are dating, when they're going out, often the thing that, things are not going very well. And in this instant, we saw that with DDG and Haley. Okay, and then later, and I'll show you the tweet as well, because I think that was important for you guys to also see as well, so you can see what the tweet was, right? But that tweet came out, and obviously he didn't deny what had happened. So this is what happened. So all these girls are the same. Ain't no way. Okay, and what's really interesting about this as well is how he left it unattended. And I actually did a video on this. I just haven't released it, but so much has happened in the past few days with these two that is interesting. And I spoke about how the mere fact that he put up this tweet, and left it open that all the girls are the same, knowing that you'd unfollowed her also on Instagram, you actually left Haley exposed. I want any man out there to listen to what I'm saying to you, and any woman out there too, because it's really important what I'm saying about relationships, because you could ruin your relationship and your marriage also as well through these kind of stupid little things that people like doing, right? It's a very immature thing to go on social media anyway and start blurting out your heart and, without really thinking about repercussions of how it's going to affect not only your relationship and your marriage or and how it can affect you in the long term. He's put up this tweet knowing he has fans are going to take a side, right? And instantly, when he put up this tweet saying all girls are the same, people already started highlighting, started highlighting, his past girlfriend Ruby Rose, who I believe also cheated on him, and the current girlfriend Haley. Right. And once they started highlighting that, do you know what some of the men started doing? Some of the men then started some of the men actually then started, calling Haley a hoe. They started calling her different names. Some of these men who respected you started calling your queen a hoe. I need to understand how this began. See, some of us might not think it's a major thing. It's a major thing because this means you have given them access and permission to talk about your wife. Let me tell you something. A man who loves his wife will kill Negroes when they start talking about their current partner in any way, shape, or form, whether she messed up or not, right? And so I told you guys about the story one time when I was with my boy one time. Actually, I think you know him, James from Shits and Giggles. If you guys watch Shits and Giggles, their podcasts and their stuff on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, you know. And he taught me this lesson, a crazy ass lesson. One day I decided to talk about his girl is crazy, and he told me to shut the F up. Don't ever talk about his girl. And I learned from that day, never ever in your life as a man, friend, boy, you did this wickedest about your boy's girl. So the mere fact that he left a tweet up, knowing that his fans will, knowing that he, or not even know, let's say you didn't know, but you started seeing how the fans started connecting your tweet to calling her out and calling Halle names. At that point, you should have started to realize, hey, maybe I should take this tweet down and I should apologize because it's looking a bit mad right now. And in that instant, because he didn't do it, and because Ruby, you're saying that Ruby cheated on you, whatever, and people put the two together, they started saying that Halle had cheated with some white guy. Now, this is really important because then that's what happens. And then the people started then going at Halle. All right, cool. You know what? Then her sister came out. then Halle's sister came out and came on the attack, came out with bars, came ready to take man down. You understand? And she came out saying how she felt about the situation and was saying basically, you ain't gonna treat my sister. Boy, you ain't gonna treat my sister like you did Ruby Rose. I need you to fix up. This ain't the family for it. Okay, this ain't the family for it. And a lot of the Halle fans also, Haley fans, I keep saying Halle, but Haley fans also got behind Haley and try to say to DDG that he needs to fix up and mature, right? Fantastic. And just to show you as well, guys, what I mean about this, about him calling a hoe. Look at this. Someone did a whole room. Haley is a cheating hoe, right? This is the kind of stuff you exposed your girlfriend because of prank. Because originally, what came out later on was that apparently it was a prank. He came out later on and said it was a prank, right? Apparently it was a prank. So okay, wait. If it's a prank, bro, you've exposed your wife to this type of stuff. You've exposed your wife, your girlfriend. So I don't know why I say wife. You've exposed your girlfriend to allowing other guys to come and say this trash about your people. Then you understand, right? And at that moment, your girlfriend is now exposed to the rest of the world because of your action. In relationships, guys, we have to be very careful about how we say and do certain things. Okay. All right. And when we say and do these things, we have to be very much aware of how they can affect your partner. Me coming out and saying something that can get the person attacked, it's not smart. Because now she has to deal with the mental and the emotional repercussions of what tweets are going to come her way just because of your prank. Not every prank is needed. I keep saying it. I hate this stuff. I hate pranks. I can't lie to you. I hate them. I hate pranks because they always end the exact same way. Most couples that were doing prank stuff have now broken up. Right? So, you know, yes, Halle did tell her sister that it's okay. I agree. She did tell her that. And her sister backed down. Her sister did back down and said, you know what, it's okay. But this is before the more madness came out. This is before more of the madness came out. Right at this point, yes, you're right, because her sister came out, and then whatever Halle or Haley, I can't say that Haley, whatever, said to her sister, the sister obviously backed down and said, you know what, everything's cool, everything crisp. But then after, there's more that's been happening. Oh, no, 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 there's so much more that's been happening. Okay. And this is where I said that he opened that door the first time around when he tweeted all girls are the same, and didn't close it by apologizing, by letting people know, listen, you don't talk to my girl like this, da 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 da. No. Okay. uh let's look at something that's even happened here. Look, so it's one of the things that's happened here. So uh he said, he goes, I know it looks bad, but it ain't what it seemed. STG, that B is just evil. Everything is good internally. This whole situation was foreshadowed. I know everybody want me to be the bad guy, but I'm really not. Okay. CGI, don't believe that demon. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Okay, cap, right? So he's saying that it's CGI. Let's say I don't care if it's CGI. I don't care if it's fake. I don't care if it's a deep fake. What I'm saying to you is you exposed her. You exposed your girlfriend to this madness. Okay? You exposed her to this madness. Okay? You exposed Haley to this madness by even doing this prank in the damn first place. And this is actually not emotional protection. This is the opposite of emotional protection. I said, this is why, so Ruby Rose also came out and said, this is why I'm single, right? She put out a picture saying, on Tuesday, you're still in LA. He said, yeah. No, he said, you still in LA. She said, yeah. He said, what you up to? I think what you doing and what you up to. She's like, getting ready. How about you? You hitting me today? Y'all argue. It's so you, lol. He's like, lol, you right. Let me go heal first. Okay, that's you talking to your ex, bro. All boys are the same. Oh my days. So can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is not emotionally protecting your girlfriend. So when you had your little breakup, your little day breakup, whatever, you went back to the ex. Okay, you went back to the ex. Okay, you went back to the ex and then spoke to your ex in the chat. So whether it was a prank or not, whether it was fake or not, whether you were trying to do a social experiment by saying whatever you were saying, and I'm not talking about even the unfollowing. By the way, no, I don't know about the unfollowing. I just know about the comment that he made on in Twitter. The Twitter comment that he made about all girls are the same was apparently a social experiment. Whether that was a social experiment or not, make no difference. Now you're messaging your ex. Now you're messaging your ex. Now your ex Ruby Rose, because you've allowed disrespect from the rest of the crowd. Ruby Rose is now joining the rest of the crowd to come and disrespect Haley, sorry. Right? Now disrespect is coming from Ruby to Haley. I'm gonna show you some more. Let's show you some more stuff that's happening. Because that and another thing is this. I don't want to put too much blame on Ruby Rose, but she hella messy too. And this is why you have to have firm boundaries with certain people. He should not be interacting, talking to an ex like Ruby Rose, who is utterly disrespectful and is going to disrespect your girl. She didn't need to bring this information to us. We didn't need to know. We didn't need to know. If you were thinking about Haley and think you liked her, you could have just given Haley the information behind the scenes and left it at that. But you didn't. You didn't. Right? So now Ruby is now taking advantage of the situation and calling it, I want to be, I like Haley, and yet you've exposed her outwardly too. Why? Why? Okay, so there's more. All right, let's have a look. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay. So He said, "Don't believe nothing she say. She's been stuck on me for 2 years. She hurt." Supercap, niggas is not pressed over you. Over her tweet saying he might have want to go home with him after Carisha party. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Kai. Oh wait, let's pause it. Hold on, pause. So that's obviously the text message, and then obviously then uh his page, whatever. All right. Ooh, baby, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. And there's more. There's more. And here's my thing about this issue. You're now having a public back and forth with your ex on the on the Twitter. How does that look good to your relationship? You're having a public back and forth with your ex on Twitter. He's put, "You old news gang, you want to be ice spice now. This is the most irrelevant you've been in years. Quit posting that weak music you didn't write on your story." Nigga, and I was, I mean, broski, broski, why are we doing this? Right? This is embarrassing. You're here doing public 1-2s with your ex on the Twitter. Still more, there's still, and look at this, and this is why I started to realize, no, DDG is a real big problem. Okay, you have a problem with your ex, right? Okay, okay, you have a problem with your ex. Okay, I understand, right? Ruby Rose, I still don't like it, and I'm not with it at all. But now we're dealing with some other girl. I don't know who this other girl is, but this is the language we're using. It's like she, so obviously this girl, I don't know what's her name, Michaela or whatever. She said she's weird, but you still DMing her, make it make sense. Like, I feel so bad for Haley. Damn. Now that's all the girl said. Watch this. That's all the girl said. Now watch his response. To start, your chin is fat as hell, and secondly, Haley's fine. She knows what's real. We've been hashed this situation out days ago. Ruby just clout chasing. Why did you why did you decide to start insulting the girl about her chin being fat? According to the tech, which is not, she's just saying you're weird because you DM'd her. Why did you start cussing her saying her chin is fat? I'm so confused. Like, wait, what? Why? What was the purpose? What is the purpose? I don't get it. She questioned what you said, and then you coming at her chin. Like, what? That's telling me that's telling me that you got a mean streak in you, bro. That's telling me you got a little problematic and some toxicity that's deep inside your spirit. Because that girl didn't even say that much. She just said she felt sorry for Haley, and then you out here cussing her chin out. That means Haley, whatever he's doing out here, he's doing in there. Whatever he's doing out there on the Twitter streets, he's doing in the relationship. How you conduct yourself oftentimes on the outside is often how they conduct themselves on the inside. Unless they're an abuser or narcissist, but I don't think he is. Right? So I think to myself, you know what? I think he likes the messiness. I think he likes the extravagance. I think he likes the spotlight. I think he likes the fame. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is not going to work with Haley long term in her brand strategy. I don't see Haley as somebody who's messy and wants to be involved in all that kind of stuff. I don't see Haley, her brand, being something that's all about, notoriousness and, being embarrassing on our Twitter streets and just chasing clout. I don't see that from Haley. So the fact that her boyfriend is about that life is problematic. Not that he's famous, not that he's doing stuff that's making him have good renowned reputation, but he's doing stuff that is dragging his relationship through the mud and dragging his good name and her good name and their brand in the mud. It's embarrassing, but it's also emotionally unprotected. You're not protecting her emotions, her feelings, her thoughts, her heart by doing this. And I just want men to understand something. You can protect physically all you want, but you need to protect your partner emotionally as well. And that means sometimes not saying shit. Sometimes keeping your mouth shut. Sometimes that means being able to know when to speak and when not to speak. And this was not a time to speak on the Twitter anyway. Going back and forth with an ex. Going back and forth with an ex, bro. Look at this one. Ruby, is that you call me every time you see me with a new nigga talking about them. I'm single because I don't play that. You know that. That's why you went to the calm girl who will put up with it. Ow! So now your girl's even coming. Now your ex girl's even coming at the new girl you have. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. Oh my days. Went to the calm girl. So your ex girl knows she's crazy, bat crazy, and you're still playing with her. And this is the problem I have with DDG. He likes it. See, you like that toxicity. You've not grown up past the toxicity because you're still interacting with it. You're still interacting with it. Okay? You're still playing with it. You're still attached to it. You're still feeling it. And you're still feeding into it. Ruby needs no responses and no replies, but you keep giving her, you keep feeding it. You know why? Because part of you likes that. And it's also part of your brand. And so this messiness is a part of feeding your brand of messiness that helps to get status and get people's attention. But hey, look, when they say all bad, not all bad presses, not all presses. I would say, but we're talking about uh, even if it's bad press, it's good press basically. But this isn't even about press; it's about your relationship. You know, it's about relationship. And after a while, once Haley starts to see the hopefully she starts to see the light quickly, she'll realize that this is not her MO, and uh uh this is not the environment she wants to be in. This is not how she wants to be in a relationship. This is not how she wants to continue long term to continue in her relationship. Somebody who's literally dying of thirst for attention and is willing to even to wrap up his ex-girlfriend in the madness. No, he hasn't detached himself from that craziness. That's madness. Let's look a bit more. You call me every time you see me with a new cat. Yeah. She's like, should I keep going? I'm like, yo, the fact that she called your girl a calm girl too. Oh, shay. And then he said, you can't tell Ruby Rose I want all this. This is obviously from the sister, Tawana. She was saying she wants all the smoke, basically. The sister of DDG, big sister. And this is probably what he's probably been cuddled in this family, and that's why he acts the way he does. There's a level of immaturity that I feel like his immaturity is giving me. I was cuddled as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like um is given that energy. The fact that the bigger sister's come out, especially as a man, can I be honest with you? As a man, already remember he's already handling it. He's already cussing. Ruby Rose already on Twitter. Why does the sister need to get involved? Why does the sister want to get involved? Because he's been cuddled. Now, listen, when women have their sisters together, this is sisterhood branding that they do. That's different. For us as men, when your sister or your mum gets involved, you can't handle your ish. Now, am I saying that, you know what, it shouldn't be women against women? No. What I'm saying is that when a man allows a woman, his sister, his cousin, his aunt, his mom, whatever, to jump in and fight his battles, it's never a good sign, right? Never a good sign. Never a good sign. And I'll say there's a double standard because it's different for men and women, and it's because of the way that we are interpret our roles as a leader, as a man, as a leader of your relationship. You're able to stand on your own two ground and should be able to hold your own. Like, so far as you're not getting abused, you should be able to hold your own. You're not getting abused by Haley. You're not getting abused by Ruby Rose. So the fact that your sister has to get involved tells me that probably in the past you've been coddled in your family. Now, I may be wrong. I may be. I may be wrong, and I have to accept that if I'm wrong. But it's giving that you're kind of coddled in your family, and that's why we're coming out and we're doing, madness out here where we're not protecting our partner by having a full-on spat with our ex on the Twitter space. Doesn't make sense. Okay. But the sister's saying obviously she owes Ruby Rose a whooping for the way she pulled that stunt with her mama and sister last time. Uh, she said bees always want to bully the sweet girls. Listen, I'll be honest with you. He has to. Oh, look, she's even replied. Look, Ruby Rose even replied. Get your family before I say something. Lord of mercy. Like, the fact that the sister is having to even try and defend the situation tells me that Broski hasn't got no control because he should be handling this situation. right? He should be handling the situation. He should be telling Ruby Rose, you don't talk about my family and you don't talk about my girl right now. And I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on the Twitter space or Instagram or whatever social media. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm gonna say it once, I'm gonna leave it alone. Know that I'm not playing. Then you move on. But you out here doing back and forth. Meanwhile, you started it. Meanwhile, you open up the space and now other people can comment on your girlfriend. Before this happened, people were enjoying your relationship with Haley. They were celebrating your relationship with Haley. They were glorifying your relationship with Haley, saying how Haley looks so feminine and looks so cute and looks so lovely, the way she's just melting in your arms, and you go and pull this stunt. We need you to grow up. We need you to grow up because now you've left Haley exposed and you've left her to be attacked not only by the people of the audience, but also now by your ex-girlfriend. My ex-girl could never. None of my ex-girls could ever talk to any of my current partner. Are you mad? Are you stupid? If you think you have the audacity to open your mouth to talk about my current girlfriend, you're more madder than you thought. Because I will never have it. I'd shut it down straight away. I'm like, who are you talking to? Who's gonna give you ear about that? You must be mad. Back the frick up. Don't think about talking about my current girl. You're mad. But you've left her open to be attacked by your ex-girlfriend. You left it open because you didn't close the door. And because you didn't close the door, now your partner's suffering and taking licks when she doesn't need to take licks. Right? In fact, there was even another video here.
Okay, well, I just feel like Ruby just needs to clean shit up because she already started something with that fucking clothes and them shirts and shit. So I'm like, you gotta go harder or home. Why did you say that? Did she get the? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is that. I'm gonna stay out of it though. This is not me. Yeah, like you messy. I don't even know. Cause if that was blue, screenshot what posted? What? What did you say? Why is you lying? Why is you lying?
Now, what's really interesting about this situation also, what's interesting about this incident is you know, what's interesting about this is also I seen him. He's also hanging around with Blueface as well, right? DDG's hanging around with Blueface. Christine's now hanging around with Ruby Rose. Can I be honest with you? You know, your friendship circles are very important in terms of the influences that they share. And if you're hanging around with someone like Blueface and Christian, I don't think they're necessarily bad people, Blueface and Christian, but they got a lot of toxicity going on. They've got a lot of stuff uh, um, that is not conducive to a healthy relationship. They're doing a lot of stuff that's for TV. They're doing a lot of stuff that's for the birds and the bees out in the audience. They're doing things for people who have low vibration. If I'm honest with you, and then you hang around with them. You hang around with them, and you think they're not going to rub off on you. Come on, bad company corrupts good morale. Eventually, it's going to rub off on you. That toxicity that they consistently begin to sit in, it's going to begin to sit on you. And now we're seeing how it's beginning to rub off on, and we've seen how Ruby Rose is behaving. So it's no wonder we got Christian Rock as a mentor friend. Of course, it's going to go that way. And of course, if you hang around with Blueface, you're going to be making things about publicity and trying to get the bag. But really and truly, all you've done is expose your relationship. Halle is not Christian Rock. It's not going to happen the same way. Okay, it's not going to happen the same way, sir. Okay, it's not going to happen the same way. You know. It's yeah, it's problematic stuff, man. Problematic stuff. I wonder if I can even, um, you know, crazy. I just even this is a madness. Like your ex girlfriend can come onto big boy platform
Hey, it's me.
and talk about the fact that you know what your current girlfriend's wearing my t-shirt, and you're not saying, and you're not. But you're here. And the reason why she can do that, the reason why Ruby Rose can come on the biggest boy internet to come and say what she said about Halle wearing her t-shirt, or Haley wearing her t-shirt, is because she knows she got DDG in the back pocket. DDG has been doing stuff that has given her power to actually do this and say what she said, because she knows already. Oh, she knows already that she got DDG in the back pocket. If he tries to say anything, she can say, "Hey, you know what? DDG was doing X, Y, and Z. I know she had something over the top of DDG, right? Whatever, DDG might have misstepped, he might have spoken to her too much, he might have tried to move to her while still with Haley. Something that she knows that's given her a leverage over him. That's why she was able to say what she said. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy stuff, man. Let's see if I can actually pull out the rest. I don't have the running. Okay. But yeah, so guys, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. You know, yeah, it's too mad. It's too mad. I just can't. I can't deal with that. You know what I mean? But it's a mature mindset that realizes that doing this kind of stuff, it doesn't help your relationship. Doing this kind of stuff breaks relationship. Doing this kind of stuff is what separates people in the long run. And this is not Haley's brand. Her friends will get to her, and her family will get to her, and they'll be speaking in her ear, and it will soon make sense, and she will end up leaving this whatless you. I'm telling you, she'll end up losing it. She'll end up leaving him because she'll begin to grow, because her family care about her enough to talk sense into her, right? And she will eventually mature, realize it's no longer so it's no longer serving her, it's no longer sufficing her. Um, you know, this thing will not serve her in the long term, and she'll quit that relationship. She'll quit that relationship. So yeah, mate, it's a madness out here. But make sure you guys like, share, subscribe as well. Click on the bell button for notification uploads. We'll be back in about 15-20 minutes. We're talking about the men's panel as well. So make sure you guys like this video, share it with somebody, and yeah, man, we appreciate it. Click on that bell button as well. Click on the bell button so you get notification of our uploads. We'll see you guys. So we've got an open panel got a men's panel, and we're talking about safe zones in the men's panel. All right. So if you're about in 15 minutes, or safe spaces for black men. Yeah. That's what we're talking about in about 15 minutes. Make sure you guys tune in for that as well. All right, guys. If you like, click on the bell button for the. We appreciate you guys. Stay low. We'll see you very, very soon.